Bitcoin miner Marathon shares outperform peers ahead of possible strong earnings report. The miner is expected to report a strong acceleration in quarter-over-quarter revenue growth due to the rally in Bitcoin prices, a Jefferies analyst said. Marathon Digital is likely to see strong fourth quarter sales due to higher Bitcoin prices and transaction fees, a Jefferies analyst said. The analyst will also be looking for the miner's potential plan to shift away from third-party hosted mining to self-mining. And that is obviously one of the things that I always get kind of interested in is there's a huge push in hosting during the bear market. And if you are going to be utilizing hosting in general, I think you want to take into account the halving cycles in general and make sure that your contract is going to last basically beyond the halving cycle and into the euphoria stages of the Bitcoin price. And that is because if you don't, it's going to be a lot more tempting for those hosts to move into basically self-mining for themselves and may not renew your contract or charge exorbitant fees or a much higher cost for hosting than, basically they were in the past during the bear market. So if you're looking at those contracts, it's something to consider from a hosting perspective. If you are sending your units out to be hosted, you really don't want to get stuck in a hosting situation where you run out of the contract. These hosts start to deploy their own miners, run out of power, start to try to charge you more, and then it takes you forever to get your miner back. It takes you forever to get it back online, all of those sorts of things. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin miner Marathon Digital shares outpaced mining peers on Wednesday ahead of an earnings report that Jefferies expects to be strong, mainly due to a rally of Bitcoin prices during the fourth quarter. The shares rose more than 6% in early trading, while other mining stocks are mostly muted, even as Bitcoin blasted past 60,000 for the first time since November 2021. The Fort Lauderdale, Florida-based miner is slated to report fourth quarter earnings after the bell on Wednesday and is likely to see a significant boost from Bitcoin's recent rally and higher transaction fees. We expect the company will report a strong acceleration in quarter-over-quarter revenue growth due to a nearly 50% increase in average Bitcoin price from the third quarter of 2023. Additionally, transaction fees have been markedly higher in the fourth quarter of 2023, making up about 11% of miner rewards from just 2% in the third quarter of 2023, Peterson said. And that's kind of where I'm wondering, 11% is quite significant. I don't think we've seen really levels of miner rewards from transaction fees being that high. Obviously, like I said, for us to really break out of the halving kind of cycle, I think we need to see 50%, right? So we're still quite a ways off from 50%. Could that change, with the popularity of ordinals? If those pop off during this cycle, could that be accelerated and we go into some sort of macro cycle for Bitcoin? I suppose that could be the case. What are y'all thinking? I feel like making up that 39% is going to take a few more cycles. But, I've been wrong in the past, and we could see that kind of be impacted more immediately, which would be good news for everyone, I think. The transaction fees, which supplement miners' reward of the Bitcoin blocks, have been a boom for the miners. Last quarter, due to the popularity of ordinals, transaction fees saw some significant spikes, helping lift miners' profitability. Wall Street analysts expect Marathon to report fourth quarter sales of $148 million, about 52% higher than third quarter, according to FactSet data. However, the miner is estimated to post earnings per share of 4 cents in the fourth quarter versus 35 cents in the previous quarter, which is interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be 3.5%. Okay. Anyways, Peterson will also look for Marathon's plans to move its business towards self-hosted mining and buy up more Bitcoin mining computers. Marathon mostly uses third-party data centers to store its mining rigs, which has resulted in some hiccups for the miners. However, Peterson says Marathon has been shifting from that business model, which should help improve profitability. Most recently, Marathon took over full ownership of 2 mining sites where rival Hut 8 was hosting the company's machines. The miner said that by removing Hut 8 as the third-party operator, it will be able to lower its operating costs and improve operational efficiency. Marathon has risen nearly 20% this year alongside other mining companies, has underperformed Bitcoin's staggering 44% rally heading into April's Bitcoin halving event. One of the things, as far as publicly traded miners are concerned, like I've said in the past, is, if you're investing in it, you're adding basically another kind of point of failure for your investment. I'm not a big fan of basically investing into public companies. There can be some benefits there, but there can also be some big downsides, like if they go bankrupt, which we saw a lot of. And seeing that, what we're seeing from these strategies from these large mining firms is kind of opposite of what you would really want to do from a logical standpoint. I still don't trust them to actually handle the Bitcoin mining operations as, efficiently as I would myself. What do I mean by that? Well, I've been purchasing cryptocurrency, Bitcoin miners, during the bear market at a much lower cost. They're talking about taking full ownership now, and maybe the ship's already left the station as far as Bitcoin's concerned. In fact, I kind of feel like the ship has started leaving the station. There's very few opportunities, I think, to get back into Bitcoin ASIC mining, and we'll only start to see those miners start to go up in price, and it's a little too late. There are still other opportunities on the CPU mining side and the GPU mining side, even maybe the FPGA mining side. But from the ASIC perspective, I think we're starting to see that ship leave the station. And that is why, I give you guys what my strategies are and what I'm looking at, so you see what I've done in the past, so you know when I've actually made these moves, so you can basically have an educated guess on what maybe you want to do with your own things without, financial advice and blah, blah, blah. Now, you guys mined during the bear market. You made it through. Well, at least maybe a half of you. I know a lot of you motherfuckers over here didn't actually do it, but the ones that did, I have a new shirt for you guys, and it says, I mined with the bears for the bear market, okay? So if you mined with the bears and you want to rep that you did mine during the bear market, go ahead and head on over to shop.sonofatech.com. And the listing will be down below. I'll put it in live chat right now. I have a sweatshirt. There's a sticker if you'd rather have a sticker, t-shirt, premium shirt, all that cool stuff. Really like the new shirt. I ordered a few for myself, and I just had that design finished this week. Eventually it'll be on the YouTube channel, but that takes a little bit of time, so just give it some time. Proceeds, of course, go to supporting me in the channel, so there you go. And I thought we put some work into it, and I thought you guys might enjoy it. Thanks for watching this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here, and don't forget to subscribe down here as well. You can also check out my crypto mining e-course at sonofatech.com, where you can get a free month of supporter status with a purchase at sonofatech.locals.com. Also, don't forget to check out my merch underneath the video or at shop.sonofatech.com. I'll see you next Tuesday.